Hi, Weather Joey here with your bottom of the South Island weather recap and forecast for the first day of June 2025. A beautiful day here. It's a Sunday. Beautiful day on the west coast. Morning kind of cool. A little bit of cloud coming through. Lots of sun. We got a forecast for you. But before we get started on that, I'd like to take this opportunity, as always, to thank and acknowledge the First Peoples of this land, the First Nations, who have been here forever, for allowing us settlers and others who continue to come to live, work, and play on their beautiful traditional territories. Many thank yous. Haishka. Our last forecast, went pretty much as planned. We actually got a midweek last week. If you look back at the records, we got kind of around the Wednesday, I think it was like the 27th, 28th, a nice little high pressure stretching up into the south coast, gave us a nice little heat blast, a real taste of summer. Temperatures hit kind of the mid to upper 20s around there, so that was a real sweet little taste. Went back into that pattern before. So our last forecast, we thought a front would come through last Thursday. I guess that was maybe that was the 28th. So the blast would have been before that. Came through on the Thursday. It did. We thought after that, as we got into Friday, which was the 30th. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my days mixed up. Yesterday was the 31st, right? So Friday was the 30th. We thought this weekend would be fantastic with that high pressure rebuilding up. Turns out the storm activity that's been up in the Gulf of Alaska for a while here, sending sort of fronts through once in a while, nothing too strong. Well, that didn't quite form that high pressure a couple days ago. And another front came through yesterday morning and brought a decent dose of rain, actually. Something that I think is nice to keep us building up, keeping the moisture in, keeping the spring growth going. That went through yesterday, and then now we're into more of we're seeing high pressure build up through offshore waters and bring more of a northwest flow. And we saw that clearing out yesterday. Some cool weather, some breezy weather, a little bit of or a lot of sun, a little bit of cloud here and there. That's going to continue for the next week as we go ahead into June. The first week of June, we got a little taste of it yesterday. Storms that were up in the Gulf of Alaska, looks like they'll be pushed up a little bit further into the Aleutians. So this coming week, which is probably the next 5 days, it looks like we have this regular sort of west-northwest, northwest flow, cool mix of sun and cloud. Storms are still up here, so we'll probably get a couple cloudy systems come through the week. Not expecting any rain for you plants and animals out there, but still a fair amount of spring moisture. We'll get into spring summary in the next little bit. But let's see, I think we had overall more moisture. It was milder, although only 4 summer days, I think, for spring, but there's a quick little summary there. So again, this kind of cool spring-like west-northwest flow, northwest flow, no summer days in sight, except maybe as we get into next weekend, which would be 5 or 7 days from now. We could see this high pressure back off a little bit, flow kind of stagnate here a little bit more, a little bit of westerly, whether this high pressure builds up, but it's going to allow, when stagnant air, it's going to allow warm temperatures to creep up here each day. So we may see a fair amount more sun next weekend into early next week and some warmer summer temperatures, but we'll be watching for that. But I guess it only works at the beginning. But yeah, no summer days in sight yet. More spring to come, and then down the road, maybe some summer showing up. Maybe that'll be the start to our summer. Second week of June. We'll see. Anyway, hope that helps you out there, my friends. And you in the future, take care. And as always, may the forecast be with you.